Hi everybody and welcome to Axion channel. So we're having fun here, looking at the prices. Look at that chart, that's a beautiful thing. We've got 15 people on YouTube, so welcome to everybody. We had a nice relaxed start there, and sounds like the sound's working okay. Let me know if the music's at the right level, and let's get into it. So we've got a number of things on the channel: chill, relaxing and divs, number of things, that's the way we roll. And Alex is on there. Alex K is our moderator, so welcome Alex. And we're also on D Live. I've actually found my account logged on for Twitch, so Twitch is going to be up next, and so we'll get that rolling as well. And let's get into it. So we got a nice update today. On top of the price being nice at the 000311, we had the price. We had, what do we have? We had the announcement that I think I've jumped my page, haven't I? We're supposed to be on the announcements page. So if we look at top right corner, we've had the music nice and chill. Nice, Alex, thanks for that. So top right corner, we've got Discord, and we're just updating to the announcements. And so we've today we had an update about 3 hours ago, that we have 53 eligible participants that have entered to the event so far. So the event's pretty cool. You have to either buy and stake your liquid Axion. So 25 million, 50 million, 100 million, and you get some pretty sweet bonuses. The total bonuses sent out day 3 were 131 million, so that's a real step up. Remaining bonuses are 2.2 billion Axion, so plenty there for everyone else wanting to participate. There's the form there. I'll just put that in the chat if you want to get involved in that. I know that it's been pretty popular, so well done to the team for that one. Yeah, me like the crap. Dan likes it. Welcome Dan, the geeky man. Great to have you on here. Let yourself be known in the chat. We'd like to get your opinions, what you think's happening to price, anything at all, whatever topic you like. Venture auctions, daily auctions, etc. So looking at the daily auction at the moment, we've got a very nice 64 Ethereum in there, and we've got 5 hours and 30 minutes to go, so that's really cool. We've got a Uniswap price of 3.5 million per ETH. Just remember, maybe 4 or 5 days ago that was 7 million per ETH, so that's really nice appreciation. The auction price is still super favorable, 3.9 million per ETH, so if you want to get 10% bonus, use the link below in the description and you can do that. So if you're new on the chat, let us know and we can help walk you through some of the basics, at least on this channel. So pretty nice. So once again, let's go back to that update. So that's a really cool update for day 3. Once again, I've been on publish. I should actually pull that up in the studio. I'll try and do that, and we'll have a look at some of the numbers that I've been getting from publish. I'll have to actually pull that up. So let me just do that. Meanwhile, you can check out that price, looking really sweet. Before I do the publish update, just to give you some ideas of some of the activities I've been working on in terms of building up the audience around auctions. So we'll have a quick look at that price versus a 4-hour chart for Axion. So you can see how it's really nicely gone up there, and we've had up to 250% price rise. We're currently up at 211%. I mean, that's pretty handsome. So a 3x from there if you've got in down the bottom. So pretty neat, and it's great to see that the price has rebounded that way. Let's just jump that to the maybe we'll do that to a 1-hour chart, see what that looks like. So 1-hour chart looks nice, so we'll keep that in view. Hopefully that gives a nice vantage point, as it were. So here we go. We go back to the Blitz. So yeah, 53 eligible participants. I think that's pretty terrific. I'll just click on that link. If you go to the link to enter the staking Blitz, basically it will give you instructions. Ideally you can buy stuff on the Uniswap, but you can, if you have liquid Axion, you got 25 million, you'll get 7.5% liquid Axion bonus. So you stake 25 million for 1 year, you get a 7.5% liquid Axion bonus on top of that. It's paid into your wallet within 48 hours, so it's pretty neat. If you do 50 million, you get 1 year 1 year stake for 50 million, you get a 10% liquid Axion bonus within 48 hours. So pretty nice. And if you buy stake 100 million Axion for 1 year plus, then you'll get a 50% liquid Axion bonus. So it's a pretty handsome reward there. And obviously you can stake that liquid Axion and get more Axion. And obviously with the venture auctions, which I want to talk about now, the venture auctions, you can basically that's kind of from Scott's interview on Axion yesterday. That sounds a bit funny. Axion yesterday. Scott indicated that the nimble. Can't hear me? Let me just turn up that volume. And, boom. Hopefully you can hear me now with that one. And so hopefully with Axion's volume, yes please, can't hear Bill. Yeah, sent that up, so that should be fine. Let me just test that. So let it testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Yeah, that sounds better. So hopefully that does the right volume for the vocals. And so yeah, for the Scott was talking. Scott, the tokenomics economist guy for Axion, he said yesterday that he indicated a mid-February as a likely date. So that's his indication. And obviously Jack and the team have to come back. It's quiet but usable. You can increase a bit if you like. Yeah, so I've increased it to the max, so hopefully that's the right level. Obviously you can change the volume on your own thing. Vusi, sound quality is very poor. Yeah, just using the computer mic. Vusi, got to get a proper mic set up, and I'll work on that one. I think I do have a mic in the garage somewhere, so I'll have to pull that out of the garage. Scott, the tokenomics guy, was talking about yesterday, venture auctions potentially being around about mid-February, but you never know with this team. We already saw with the daily auctions, even though that's somewhat easier, but they had that up a couple of weeks before expected time, so it's pretty neat. So I'm looking forward to that. Venture auctions are going to be huge, and the daily auctions have been very successful. We can see today that that's heading sellout. Haven't done the numbers, but that's getting pretty close, and so that's getting pretty close to sell out, and we've still got 5 hours or so to go. So daily auctions are looking good, and the venture auctions, obviously you're going to get wrapped Bitcoin. So 10%, if someone enters the auction for venture auctions, they get the 10% back in wrapped Bitcoin, and 5% goes to the team, 85% goes to existing stakers. Doesn't matter who you are, if you're in staking yesterday or tomorrow, as long as you're in there before the auctions. They're going to be 2 of them a week, Tuesday and Saturday, from the sound of it. Obviously we'll get those have been approved in the vote, so if there's any little tweaks, I'm sure it doesn't matter. So out of that 85%, 50-50 is going to go to wrapped Bitcoin and a nominated altcoin that has to get voted in by another community. So it's going to bring a lot of communities in, typically smaller ones where with good projects, that is, where they will where the ETH buybacks on the market will actually have an impact on their price for the day, and maybe in the future, if they're a really good project, people will, from the Axion community will also get involved. So it's pretty neat. So let's have a quick look, a wrap around, and see what's happening with the staking. So yeah, 64.16 up 252 million for grabs, 3.9 million in the auction. Doing way better than the Uniswap at the moment. Obviously 5.5 hours to go there, and you get 5 hours and 20 minutes, and you can get a 10% bonus if you use the link below. So let's have a quick look at, we've also got the staking Blitz on, which we just went through. The price is holding really nicely up above that 3,000 range, so 0003, so that's looking really nice. And where was the other one I wanted to talk about? I think I've lost the screen here, so it's a matter of finding it. I've lost my stat screen, so I have to find that. There's my stat screen, found that one. And so the stats, we're looking pretty good. We've got $27.7 million US market cap. Active stakes have jumped 18,700. Average stake length 1,030. And the average stake amount is 9.6 million, and that's interesting because we're still at 79.87 including the Teams wallet, we take the liquid Axion off, all the whales are staked. So there was one whale there about a day ago that's staked as well. So that's pretty neat, and it'd be interesting to know how long these guys' whales are staked. That's the only thing I'd probably look at. Obviously the addresses disappear from Etherscan when they go into the contract, but it's pretty interesting. Tim Axion, welcome Tim. Lowest circulating supply of tracked is 89 billion, so we are getting really close to new low. Yeah, so that's something I wanted to look at, was with the Blitz on at the moment. We've got circulating supply at 91.9, so just under 92 billion, and our staking at 79.81, so 87. So we really want that to move up into the mid 80s. So we'll see what happens there. Average stake length. The average stake amount is up. It's at 9.6. It's up a couple 100,000. So I was expecting the percentage stake to increase to about 83, 80, something like that. So we'll just keep watching that one. The high five club's looking pretty good at 939. Don't think there's any change since yesterday that I looked at. I think that was the final report for the end of the day. And Hex free claim is pretty much the same. I'm not sure what's happened with that trees, but the trees have just jumped to 200 Ethereum. So I'm not sure whether that was just not updating, because it was stuck at 86. So there we are, folks. We're up to 2.2 million trees. OMG. Wow. Okay. That was stuck, and so I thought that's weird. So there we are. I should check that against my spreadsheet. That's probably about right. So well done. That's awesome. That's breaking news on here that you haven't seen before, unless it's been on Discord and I didn't see it. So pretty neat. What is it? I was going to. Let me just try that. Just going to pull up publish, which is where I've been publishing the daily auctions, and they've been doing very well in viewership. So been building up that culture on Publisher. Publisher has over 200,000 users, and mostly crypto. It's mostly a crypto site. And I'm not aware of a bigger blogging site, but if you do know of one, let me know, because I'd like to target that as well, and build up the brand front of the venture auctions which are coming up. So I'm just going to just add the publish back stop. This is going to be see the back view of my numbers on publish from publishing the auctions. Just going to have a look. Yeah, so I'm just going to have a look. It's a bit difficult to bring up, so I'll just go through the numbers. So I did day. Oh, it's not the whole list there. Where did I get the whole list from? Let's go back to your posts. It's under there. Published. Actually got one unpublished article there, so let's have a look. So let me go back to the first day that I published, 49. Not sure what's happening there. What's the page? It's a bit sentimental. 46, 45. Not sure if 45 was the first one I did. So I did day 45. Okay, so I think that might be the first one. Day 45 I put up, and I got 41 views. So this is the sort of the growth, 41 views. Then I put up day 46, it jumped from 41 to 304 views. Then I did day 47, so that was 304. I got 296 on day 47. Day 48, that went to 261. So some solid in the high 200/300. And then published on the, just waiting for the first page to refresh. So you can sort of see a jump from 40 views up to the high 200s, early 300 mark. And then I did day 49, and it jumped from the 300 mark to 400 mark, so 405 views. And then day 50, I jumped from 405 to 518 views for day 50 auction. So pretty awesome. We're definitely building that culture expectation around Axion auctions on publish, and it has over 200,000 users. Day 51, so it was the 3rd of January. at 363, so just slightly lower on that day. And then day 52, which I published yesterday after the auction closed, and we jumped from the record was 518, and we got a solid 452 views. So you can see that it's moved up from 40 views up to 300 views, and now it's up in that 450 to 520 range. So it continues to climb, and it'll be interesting to see what that maxes out at. My target is to get 2,000 to 3,000 views, which is pretty high for publish, and so that's my goal for the venture auctions. This is all building up before the venture auctions, so that people are used to the auctions, and that we've already got a nice bidding community, as it were. So I think that's going to be pretty good. Let's have a quick look at the chat. So we've got Alex K. How do you guys like them fees? I had a transaction on 40 Grey sitting around for almost a day. Yeah, the fees were a bit lower today. Managed to do some stakes and stuff, Alex. Still expensive, but certainly lower than they have been. So that was a bit cool. But fees have been on a bit lower lately. So if you find them, I normally, if it's for staking, I do it on slow mode or something. And it just takes a bit longer, but at least you get the lower fee. Vane Oates, welcome. Great to have you on here again. Hey mate, good to see you streaming again. Yeah, good to be back. The other thing is that we just talked about that publish articles, so they're going up real nice. From 40 views, I think it's pretty good. I think it was day 46 up to day 53 or 52 or whatever. And now 450 to 520. So it's going to target 2,000 to 3,000 views in preparation for the venture auction. You have a nice wide breadth, as it were. I see Axion today is going to be on a big show, about 180,000 subscribers or 200,000 subscribers, something like that, at that level. They're going to be talking about crypto in the first session, and then Axion today is going to be talking about Axion and open up Axion to all those potential investors. And I do believe it's an investing channel, so they're going to be introduced to cryptocurrency, coming over from stocks and bonds and stuff like that. So if they like certificate deposits, then Axion's a great place to be. Daniel Nielsen, gas was $4,300 today. $4,300 and yesterday and the day before, impossible to use. $4,300. There must have been some error, Daniel. But they're definitely high. I mean, you have Gwei over 100 and Gwei up to 300-400. I mean, it's been some huge. Whenever ETH pumps, it sort of goes. But all the big projects are on ETH, right? So you got, I don't know, 80%, 85% of DeFi's must be on Ethereum. So you've got obviously the big value tokens, Axion, Wise, Hex. So all those traders are pumping the bags. Then you've got just about everything else is pumping as well. So it's pretty interesting. Oh, 43? Alex says 43? Okay, 43 then, yeah. No, 43 is good. Not sure if you discussed this, but I'm curious to know how you found out about Axion. Personally, I got into Hex 2T from the wild shill on 4Chain, back when there was a few Hex forks going on. I've known about Axion from the early days, but I actually didn't get involved in it. I was distracted with other things. And often had conversation with a number of things. And so I was watching his channel about Axion, and so that got me more interested. So really a number of things. I don't know if he knows this, but I was watching his videos, and obviously I was back in the early days of Hex, and we used to have chats and stuff like that. So that's how it did. And also I was on Pyrobank, doing Pyrobank stuff. So that's how that's happened. So that's pretty much how I picked up on Axion. So hopefully that's cool. Jack of all trades, master of none. Staking is not worth it. I did 150,000 a day for 30 days in a row. Now gas costs, yeah, unfortunately that's the high gas prices really hurt people doing day stakes like that to get cost. But yeah, you're just gonna have to wait until it's under 30 Gwei, Jack. I'm not sure where that's gonna be. Of course, if they're maturing, then you've got 2 weeks before they start getting hit. And it's just an unfortunate outcome. I saw Richard Hart, I think it was talking yesterday, saying that that gas fees themselves could price out people out of the market. So that's pretty interesting, that if gas gets so expensive because demand is so high. Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I think Ethereum only does like 25-30 transactions per second, which is like blockchain 1, right? You've got blockchain 3.0s out there like Phantasma, as I've mentioned previously. It's doing 5,000 per second plus multi-chain, so they can do 5,000 on 5,000 on 5,000. So it's ETH really does need to move to the proof of stake. I forget the name. What's it called? I forget the name that ETH's moving on to. Just forget the name. Some sort of exotic name they're running, and they'd have to move Ethereum 1.0 onto Ethereum 2.0. Just forgetting the name. Wish I had remembered it. Alex K, I heard about Axion from Hex guys talking about free claim. Right. Actually, that might have been part of it too, actually, and I think there's probably a number of things when I was watching this video, perhaps. I think that was it, because then I told some Hex whales that I knew about Axion, and so they free claimed. And they're big Hex whales, they're not small. So at least for me, free claims worked as designed. It did, and it worked for me too, Alex, to claim that, and obviously other people that have come from the Hex community. All the people on Axion today are from the Hex community. So it did have a reasonable degree of success. Look, we got 10% of the volume that could claim for Hex did claim 10%, so that's pretty good. I think it was only 2.7% of Bitcoin that got claimed on Hex, so it's 3 times better in that way. So we definitely got some Hex whales onboarding for that Hex free claim, and a number of things is pretty well embedded in the Hex community and Pyrobank and the rest of it. So he's been through all that. And a bit of an influencer, so it's great having him on board. Tim Axion, I don't think this platform is intended for daily stakes, monthly or yearly. Yes, my stakes are every year now. Yeah, I mean, if it was Tron, then you know, it'd be a cent, wouldn't it be a cent to do transactions? But it's not. It's Ethereum, and we can't wait till they move on to ETH 2.0 with the proof of stake. At least I think it's a hybrid anyway in the transition. I'm not sure if it's fully moving to there. I need to have another look at that. Alex Casey says, agree, longer stakes is where it is at. Yeah, well, the ETH price is forcing people to do that, especially if you're not, you know, up in the whale status. Then you definitely have to think about fewer stakes, larger stakes, with more of your stack. It's nice to have a staking ladder though. If you can do a staking ladder, definitely Tim's advice is good. Monthly or yearly, yes, rather than daily stakes. But we went to know that to start off with, Jack. So the ETH pump has certainly added more people doing transactions, more people entering smart contracts, stakes, unstakes, all the stuff that's just come on board. So it's pretty exciting. Not exciting for the price though, but it definitely has pulled back a little bit in today. So if you want to do some stakes, just check that out. Put it on slow mode perhaps. So the recommended fees normally recommended fees typically between the slow and the medium from memory. And also you can go onto Discord and type in gas. Let me just find that. You can go on Discord. You can go on Discord and you can go to general. So this, if you look up at the top right screen, just going into Discord into general. Just wait till it updates. You can go into the chat, you can put exclamation mark and type in gas, and it will bring in, this is the people that don't know, it will bring in the Gwei. So Gwei at the moment is recommended 103 and a gas limit of 600. So that's where it's at. So it's still over 103 at the moment, but it has been below that. So if you, and it does change from hour to hour, sort of minute to minute. So you just need to keep abreast of that, I guess. Now I did see some live off-topic chats at the moment on. There's Maverick's got one, T-Deli, they might be on the same one. Warren's on there. It looks like they're playing some games. Yeah, T-Deli looks like he's on the looks like it's on Axion something. I'm not sure what he's looking at. Let's watch that stream. I hope we'll broadcast the stream to everybody else that's on this chat. No mic on there. Let's see what he's up to. Trying to exit these things is always the hard thing. I get into these things and then it's trying to exit them. Let me know if you can hear that, Mike. Oh, so he's doing some coding there. It looks like for Axion. So that's live, folks. so it looks pretty neat. So that's T-Dally, one of the five head devs, doing some live stream there. So that's on Axion's Discord at the moment, so if you want to check that out. So let's get back into this price announcements. Sure, I might just leave that on general. It doesn't change around too much. So in the chat we've got Dan, out of curiosity to hear about a Pyrobank here and there throughout the chat. What's Axion's relationship with Pyrobank exactly? Well, a number of things was involved in Pyrobank. If he's still in the chat, he could answer that for you. They did have part of the free claim was on there, so I think a number of things is probably the best person to answer that. I didn't actually delve too much into it myself. I haven't really talked about it much on this channel either, even though it was part of the ecosystem. So a number of things there, might be able to give us a quick answer to that. Dan the Geek Man, is that Axion piggybacked on them, like with Hex, or is it something else? So Pyrobank was a DApp, it's a DApp platform, so it's got a number of DApps, interacts with Hex, Tron, and a few other products on there as well. It's got quite a lot of products actually, yeah, so they kind of competed with. It was first actually doing what it was doing, and then Trayvon started setting up a site. If you know who Trayvon is, so he started setting up a site with I think AI and a few other people. Obviously some developers, because he's not a developer that I know of, and he's just a promoter. And they started doing a competitive site, which just I forget what it's called offhand. I've got two things now, so let's I've put that down for my my notes to follow through. So we're on DLive as well. So Alex is also on DLive at the moment. So if you've not been on there, DLive has lemons that has a treasure chest that I can open when enough people chat. It fills up as people chat, so you can always remember that as an alternative to YouTube. So pretty neat. Just leave that in the chat there. So it won't fall over. That's the DLive live stream, and obviously I'm going to add. Now that I've found my login and logged back onto Twitch, I'm going to add that in next time. So pretty neat. Let's get into the price while we're here, and I love talking about the price, so let's get into that. So Axion price, it's pretty much looking awesome on the chart. From the low here, the 31st of December, we have climbed to 250%. On here, and also we're currently sitting at 228% up from there, so that's looking pretty good. 220%, it's a 3.2x on your money, so congratulations if you got in on the way up. I think this is just a consolidating here. We've got a nice, let's just do some little firstly let's add some Bollinger Bands. If you're not familiar with these, this will give us the 95 to 5% price range, so we're going to add that in. Boom, there we are. Just going to highlight those. Not sure whether I can. Let's go to settings. Not sure where my settings come up. Style. Opacity, thickness. So let's increase that. Boom. Let's increase that. Click OK. So you can see the Bollinger Bands at the bottom is the 5%, 95%. Typically the prices, this is on the hourly chart, the prices will bounce along the top, maybe 4 or 5 times. They might pierce it, and then it'll typically come back down and move towards the red line. And the red line is I'll just make that a bit obvious, as the average. And let's see, make that a bit bigger so that you can see it on the screen easier. So it's the median price, as you can see there, and it comes back to the medium, and then so you can sort of see it bouncing up, and then it comes back down to the medium. So you can sort of see it went up here, then it came down, bounced off, and then went back to the medium again. that gives us a nice price range, and you can use it for a bit of trading. Let's go to the get a line up here, and so we've got that's working. So put another one in. So we're looking at going through here, and good chance that we'll bounce out of here. Boom, off we go. Looks a little bit like a flag, so we'll see. It's got a bit of a trending, ascending triangle look to it as well. So we take out some of those sort of things. We've got a higher. What we've got is we've got moving sideways with these resistance lines at 00031 or 00032 at the top here. So you can sort of see that if I move this back down, sort of see this resistance line here, and it's just we've got higher lows, and see whether it busts out at the top here pretty shortly actually. So that could happen. What have we got on the hourly here? That could happen anywhere in the next 12 sort of 8 hours, 12 hours. So it'll be interesting to watch out for that. Vane says price seems pretty steady with 0003 now. Yeah, it does, and like I say, I think it looks looking kind of bullish. I did see quite a few people commenting on the Discord that look quite bullish too. So watch out for that. Oh, I don't know what I've done there. Get out of that. Boom. So what's that? Oh, Gwei. See, I did Gwei. See, someone's done on the bot. I did Gwei at 110 back up here, and it's already fallen. So I did 103. There it was, 103, and someone's just done it now, and the Gwei's now 68. So that's actually getting down towards a cheaper price. So if you're looking at doing some stakes with some decent amounts, you might want to look at doing them now. Ideally, you want to get under 30 Gwei, but we haven't seen that for a while, unless there's been an hour that I didn't see it. But just in my waking hours when I've checked, I haven't seen it. There is a good site which gives you the gas fees by hour, shows you the best time. Typically it's in the weekend, but it gives you 168 different hour periods during a week, so it's pretty good. Dan, thank you for explaining it. All good. Let's have a quick look back at the auction here while we're here. Wanted to say a bit more about the price, so we'll come back to that in a second. So we're sitting at 64.16 ETH. Auction is definitely better at the moment, almost 4 million per ETH. Obviously, if you want to get 10% bonus, hit the link below. Look at your MetaMask wallet, put your Ethereum in, put the minimum length is 60 days, so anything longer than that. Obviously, you want to, if you want to stake longer term, then you can go and do staking and get big payday. So the share rate at the moment is fixed at 1.09, so get that while it lasts. Obviously, the more shares you get, the more of the reward pool you get. Now you've got the big paydays here. Each one of them is 350 days, so that's, you have to stake 350 days to get that one. You need to stake 700 days to get that one, etc. and so on. So just add 300 days on, so that'd be 10,050, etc. So for example, if you put in 700 days, you would get 700 days. You'd see you get the ticks as you go. So it could also give you expiration. So that's what you want to put in the auction when you enter. Take that into account. It's one thing that I think that they could put in here. There's a little toggle or something about that, just about big paydays. And just for new people, not people that are already well versed. So if you did 350 days, then you would get the big payday as well. But basically, you put the ETH in, put the days in, minimum 60 days, click send, and it will go under a new category under here called My Bets. It stays in there until the end of the auction period, so that runs down for 5 hours more. At the end of the auction, you can withdraw it. When you withdraw it, it costs you a little bit of ETH fees, depending on what they are at the time, and then it will instantly go to staking and show up in your staking. So if you go to staking, scroll down and you'll see your stakes down there. That's pretty much how it works, folks. So hopefully that helps some of the new people. I'm not sure what happened there, it disappeared. So look at what we've got coming up. So in 5 hours we've got the new auction starting. We've got 5.5 million there, so it's much smaller. These are the 250, got 250 in. We can see the weekly auction coming up on the 8th. It's already got 204 million in there. Looks like a lot of penalties and stuff, so we'll see what happens to that. Could be quite a big auction for 450, something like that. So looks good. Tim Axion, hate to say it, but I still think we completed our 5 waves move off the low, and I owed the 50.61 retrace. Oh boy, if we get that, let's have a look at that. So around nothing to worry about, just healthy consolidation. So around 002218. Let's have a look at that. So we'll go up to the forks here. So if you haven't got this chart, I'll just post it in the chat. So you can follow along if you like. So that's the Axion price charts from Dex Tools. A lot of people are using Dex Tools these days. It's a pretty cool site, easy to trade from too. You can just click the red trade button and you get straight away to Axion from here. So this is in full screen mode. So to click out to get to that, just click at this 4 square button here. See, this is the full screen. Obviously you want to trade Axion, you can just click the red trade button. It's got all the transactions below that show all the trades that are going on. Oh, my mouse does the old, Alex knows that I hate my Apple mouse. There it goes again. My Apple mouse does its own thing, so it does drive me a little bit nuts. I'm just trying to move back to a little PC mouse on my Mac, and hopefully it'll be better. Oh, look at that, it's tracking up there quite nicely in there. We'll see what happens there. Obviously going to need that follow-up volume, but at the moment we've got the staking blitz on, so it's not normal conditions. We've got people wanting to stake to get that 25 million, that 50 million, 100 million, so we'll look for some decent candles to make that happen. Let's have a look at a few buys while we have before we get into the Fibonacci retracement. We've got there's a 22 million sell at the moment, so there are a few people selling there. There's a 84 million buy, folks. So that's 25 Ethereum. So that's interesting, and I'm not sure what they're doing with that. Are they staking it? Are they a trader? Don't know. We had some big sells there, 30, with some big buys in there before. So a bit of mixture of everything going on in there. Let's have a quick look at the, we'll just click these expand, this gives us the full view. And we can see if we go to the fork up here on the top left, you can find yourself the famous Fibonacci retracement. And basically what we can do is we can go from the low, which is, we'll take this local low here at the moment, and we can look at the price. So if we took the very top of the price at the moment, boom, there. You could take this low, of course, here, but it's only going to be a slightly different number. So 68 retracement would get you down at 00019. So let's have a look at, compare that to what we had on veins from it. I think I might have moved my whole page over. Look. Oh, there we are, I lost that. So you've got so around 222. Yeah, so actually it's a little lower based on where I've taken it from. But let's see whether I can move that to your area. So we'll do that again. I'll just have to move that off. I'll just get rid of all that. We'll just have the fork of Fibonacci retracement up here. Yeah, so we've got that. So cool. We'll just try it from here, and we'll go up to the top. This is on the hourly, of course. Boom. Oh, I've got a second one there. I need to get rid of these. Let me do that again. I think that's on. Yep, Fibonacci. So we're going to go up to the top. So 61.8 would be 0002, so just slightly lower than the one that Tim said, and a 50 would be 0002. So that's pretty much the same what you've said there, because the way you've written it there. So 50 to 50, 61. Yeah, nice. All right, so that agrees with what Tim's saying. So nice one, Tim. So that's the bearish scenario, and a bullish scenario with the staking Blitz on. We'll potentially see a breakout of that that flag, I guess, is in there. The Nitruk, why is it better than all at almost nothing? Why is it better than all at almost nothing? Yeah, the way we like to talk about it, the Nitrous, is that there's a space for a few leaders. So that includes Axion, Wise, and Hex in the value token space. There's certificate of deposits, so you earn interest. Of course, Axion's breaking some new ground, moving into venture capital, mutual fund type approach, as well as being certificate of deposit, and also going to be master of the universe in auctions. So that's going to be huge for the crypto community, and massive multi crypto dividends. So wrap Bitcoin, Axion, and alternative tokens. So it's going to be pretty exciting for Axion as it goes along its vision, and it separates itself from the marketplace. So we're pretty much going to have like a McDonald's, a Burger King, and I always forget the third one now. I've got to say McDonald's, a Burger King, and Alex probably remembers because I say this so many times that I forget what it is. So we'll just leave it there. We could have 3 fast food joints until I remember exactly what they are. So it's all cool. But Axion's going to be super well known about auctions and multi-divs. So pretty neat. Axion also has a higher inflation, 8% versus those two. Hex with 369. And Jack in the Box. I don't know if it's Jack in the Box, Alex. Wendy's, In-N-Out. It could be any of those 3. You're right. But I'm pretty sure they say McDonald's, Burger King, and I've forgotten it again. Let's do a Wendy's. Yeah, I'll agree on your Wendy's. We'll do a Wendy's. 3 of them. All down at the city centre, I always say. Jack in the Box, Wendy's, and that's Australian. Very Australian, Alex. Jack in the Box, pretty sure that's Australian. I'm not Australian, by the way, so I'm pretty sure Jack in the Box. KFC. That's it, Tim. Thanks, Tim. I'm bowing down to you now, Tim. That's it. So KFC was the other one I was saying. So, and it's actually others that try to follow in those footsteps that are actually going to struggle. So watch this space on that one. So let's check D Live. Oh, we've got Rose to the Moon. Was on D Live. Welcome, Rose. Let's say hello to Rose. So Rose is on D Live. Nice to see you there. Kentucky Fried Chicken. KFC is not the burger thing though. Well, they do have the chicken burgers, Alex. They got chicken burgers compared to Popeyes. Now, it's Popeyes Australian too, because Popeyes sounds American. Popeyes Taylor Man. But here we have Culver's, and that is better than all. Culver's, interesting. Should definitely Google Culver's. Culver's. I'm just going to Google Culver's. Everyone else, feel free to Google Culver's. It takes me a little bit long because I've got so many screens open and my computer doesn't do things that instantly when there's 10 screens open. So, Culver's Restaurant, frozen custard, butter burgers. Butter burgers. Butter burgers. I don't know if any of you guys remember. Do you remember what's those famous brothers? They got that burger place. They were on TV. They had their own TV series. Went on the site for Culver's and they were struggling. They said they're having technical difficulties. They're not the only ones. Culver's menu. I should bring that up on one of the screens. I just need to get the site. It's not up and running. Just my luck. I'm looking at Culver's and there's no. and the site's down. I'm looking at Culver's and the site's down. That's really good for business. They must be losing thousands of dollars worth of business as the site's down. Culver's hotels and that's different altogether. Just trying to think of those brothers. What's the famous movie actors? Backstreet Boys that did Burger Chain. Does anyone remember them? Yeah. There are more expensive. Yeah. Hey Neil, great to have you here. Good to see you again. Butter burgers, yeah, butter burgers. They must be pretty nice. I try to get a picture of a butter burger. I mean, butter burgers at Culver. Butter burgers. Let me paste that in. I think I can paste that in. Let me just. What screen am I going to put that on? Butter burgers. Oh, I'm not sure what happened to my my chart, price chart. It seems to have gone a bit awry. Pull that up. Looks like it's gone a bit funny. Let me just cut out of that. Delete. Refresh. Hopefully that shows up better. So I'm gonna might do the Axion stats page. Let's go for butter burgers. We're gonna have a little detour to bugger burgers. I do like burgers, so it's not an unreasonable thing to do. Tim says, sorry to take us off topic, lol. Yeah, it's all Tim's fault. I'm just trying to get out of my big screen. This mouse really gets me, Alex. Seriously, I got to stop complaining about it, but stop doing that. All right. So I'm trying to bring up the butter burgers, so we'll see what they look like. Actually, look, they're not too bad. The bun could do be a bit more cooked. Oh, it's not liking that, I don't think. It's not picking. Oh no, there it goes. Oh no, wrong chat. What? I picked up price chart there. Oh, butter burgers in the bottom right. Is that a butter burgers? Culver's butter burgers. Is that one of them there? Is that a butter burgers, Culver's? Tim, is that one? You haven't replied, Tim. You're already down at the shop already getting your burgers. Yum, Tim Axion. Okay, so that must be the butter burgers, Culver's there. They do look good, but I just think the bun needs to be a bit more toasted. I guess if you're like a sort of a fresh bun approach, but nevertheless, I'm trying to remember the brothers that were famous movie actor, and singer of Ted, the movie Ted. What's that guy's name? Ted, actor. I was trying to remember that. Wahlberg burgers. Let's see if I can find those burgers. Wahlberg burgers. Burger menu. Let's have a look at that. Wahlberg burgers. Not sure whether they come up there. Actually, I want to get this one images. This one images. Let's pull that up. We're going to do some bit of burgers. We're just off topic, just a little bit. Bear with us as we look at the few burgers. Hope this is not making anyone hungry, and if they're on the diet, hope we're not getting in trouble that way. Alex K, take the burger pictures of the screen. This is bad for the diet. Yes, Wahlberg burgers is a thing. It's in my neck of the woods. Oh, really? Mark and his brother, that's the one. Burger Fuel, my man. Yeah, Burger Fuel's a little, I don't know, it's not, they are nice big burgers, but they're not really, I don't know, they don't quite do it for me. Right, that's not, I don't know why that's not updating. Oh, yeah. There it is, updating. Let me just, this will be our last burgers. Just want to check out the burgers. So there we are. That's some Mark Wahlberg. You can see his brother there on the left, and there's some nice burgers there. I know those burgers look pretty good, Tim. Maybe a bit better than the Culver's. I don't know, let me know in the chat. Alright, so let's get back to business. Now we've had looks and burgers. To be honest, it's they look pretty good. I actually thought those Wahlberg burgers look pretty good. We'll get that back to the stats page. Behave ourselves in the chat. No, I'm just kidding. We can talk about a few different topics. I think no harm in that. Meanwhile, in Discord, I mean, Discord gets on. They have, they still have off topic Sunday on Discord. Pretty sure they still have off topic Sunday on Discord. Bacon backfire, yeah. Well, bacon backfires are pretty nice, Neil. I agree with that. Anyway, soon Axion will be McDonald's, yeah. And what a McDonald's made more money from location, right, Tim? So that's, imagine auctions, the venture auctions being location with the auctions. Everyone knows about, oh, I want to auction, get in the auctions, get my divs, sweet divs. That's Axion. People don't talk, like Hex is great because Hex is doing its own thing, Wise is doing its own thing, but they're not doing auctions, and the auctions are fun with multi divs. So I think that's a real sell line, and I think it's a brilliant move. What do you think there? No, I do like them, Neil. I do like them. We were just ranking them compared to those other burgers, but they're probably, when you get them in reality, they're probably nicer. So Alex says soon we can afford all of these. Yeah, we can just get on the plane and fly over and all meet up for a special burger. We could do a burger road trip. We go to different burger places. Actually sounds a pretty good idea. With a nice couple of cool was it a cool stogie? Oh no, that's stogies. That's a cigar. A couple of cool beverages, that's for sure. Yeah, I remember when Hex started up, they were talking about an island, buying a Hex island, having a big Hex party. So Axion could maybe buy a super yacht or something, have a big party on that. Just say something a bit different. Or, yeah, I was going to say hire a SpaceX rocket, but probably we just want to wait till that's up and running first. Tim Axion says, I'm in for a burger road trip 2023 with our Axion credit cards. So true, Tim. I don't know, those credit cards coming up mid-late January. We're not far away from that, Tim. So that's a real good move. Obviously, if you're in the OG club, you're going to get those first from memory with some extra perks. Don't know if anyone's seen the. Some people put their OG 555 cards up on for sale. So there's some. They're all in multiple ETH prices, so they're not cheap to get. But they're going to have some APY benefits, especially in the liquidity pool, liquidity provider coming up. I think that's going to be the end of January too, so watch out for that too. Tim says he sold you for 2.3 ETH. Oh, you're epic, Tim. Man. So how many? Tim, do you know how many have been sold? The NFTs. We're talking about the OG 555, which is a 15-year club or high five club NFTs. NFT means non-fungible token. It's basically a unique digital object. Tim Axion says, and I bought 12 million Axion and staked it. Oh, you could have got another couple of NFTs, Tim. I guess they closed off though from memory. I'm not sure if you can still get them, but Tim Axion, only about 10 have been sold. Okay, well done, Tim. That's huge, mate. That's huge. Obviously, eats up at $1,100. So, man, you're the one to get some advice from, Tim. And Tim, did you get it before the price rise? Let me know that. Man, you would have just caning it on the right side of the ledger. They're pretty cool. Hey, we got. Let's check out the channels. We got 13 on YouTube at the moment. Looks like 2 on D Live. So looking good. We just had a chat about burgers. If you want to rewind that, you can have a look at our burger chat. If you like burgers, let's go to the price chart. Have a quick look at that. So it's 000311, looking pretty good. See how it breaks out. It's not quite an ascending triangle, so we've got a bit of resistance here. Bust through that though. We've got the staking blitz on, and we've got a few decent buys going on. These ones on the smaller side, but we had some earlier 85 ETH and stuff. So time to get that Axion. I think our high was 0.0068. I think we made 7, just over 7 peak, 0.007. So we'll try and get back up there. My target at the moment, talking about price target, my personal price target has been 0035. I know people talk about 1 cent. That's pretty typical. Obviously, that's a psychological target. And Scott's certainly talking about 1 cent with the venture auctions. And actually suggesting stake long. So they were talking about staking. Scott was really into staking your Axion, getting into the Blitz, because you get the bonuses at the moment for the staking Blitz. And that is, if you stake really long, like for the full length 5555 days, you get a ton of shares. And those shares entitle you to the reward pool. And so the reward pool's got the 8% inflation as well as the option market buybacks going there. So if you get, the more shares you get, you can do that. But at the moment, of course, the share rate's fixed at 1.09, so it's really true, more true when it's dynamic. So just remember that. Tim Axion, I sold it on day 1 of the NFT. I think ETH was 650 or so. Oh wow, Tim, you've done so well. Wow, that's awesome, Tim. Well, congratulations. That's gain on gain on gain from the sound of it. So awesome stuff. So I see there's quite a few common people on the Discord. I don't know if you're looking at the bottom, I think we're on the bottom right screen. So top right screen. We got Fix Action in there. Very good regular person. Some greenish guy who does the stats page. So some greenish guy there who's got a red name does the stats page on the bottom right. So if you see him in the Discord, say hello. Give him a couple of thumbs up. Over here. And there were quite a few of the devs on live stream there earlier, so that's what they've been up to. And Axion Moonboy put an article on Medium, security within the Axion network, a deep dive. I might actually paste that for you guys. So security and Axion. So push that in the chat. Where did my screen go? So I don't know if you've been on Medium, they have a lot of good articles, typically very well written ones, so nice Medium article there. Check that out if you want to look more on the technical side of Axion. So let's see where we're at now. This auction 66, so that's gone up I think by 2 ETH since we last checked. Auction price 3.8 million Axion per ETH. Obviously, you want to get a 10% discount, bonus. You can use the link below. Hook up your MetaMask wallet, put your ETH in there, put a minimum of 60 days stake. Obviously, the longer you stake, the more shares you get, and so you can get better with that. And at the end of the 24 hours day, with currently 4 hours and 30 minutes to go, you'll get my bets here. Your entry will be here underneath my bets, and you can withdraw it, and then it will get auto stake for the period that you put in. So if you do 350 days, you'll get the first big payday. If you just want to do 60 days, then you can do that. It's the minimum. Click send, and away you go. Your ETH will show up in here, and at the end of the 24-hour period, which is in 4.5 hours, you'll get your share of the Axion, which is currently 3.8 million. Plus, if you use the link below, 10% bonus. Uniswap price is 3.5 million per ETH. So this is a flippening. We've had a flippening at the moment, so looking good. Tomorrow's auction's got 5.4 million in it. We typically don't recommend going into those. We typically like these big daily ones, much better value, so pretty cool. So have a look at some of the previous auctions that we had with the new rules. So we had 83 ETH for that 258, that was on the 3rd. We had 78 ETH for that one, 402. This is the only one that underperformed, which was on the 30th. The price was obviously lower, and so that underperformed, but that's the only one. We had a previous auction before that which had I think 58 ETH in it, so they all performed pretty well. That's looking really bullish going ahead, and obviously we have the staking Blitz on as well, and we still have about 2.2 billion Axion up for bonus rewards there, so we're well worth getting on. We'll actually check that out quickly in the announcements. We'll we'll jump there. We had one announcement with an update on day 3 of the staking blitz, and so we'll have a quick look at that over here. Tim Axion, great live stream today. No problem, Tim. Thanks for keeping it going. No, pleasure. Going to be doing a lot more, Tim. I think been definitely increased the promotion side of Axion. We'll be moving on to Twitch as well. Just got to do a lot more study about how that works, but it's easy enough to live stream to it. But publishers going very well with the blogs, as we said. Started off with 40 views for day 46 post, and up on like day 52, 53, we jumped up to 450 to 520 views, and target for that is to get to 2,000-3,000 before the venture auction starts. So that will bode well to community size. Because my view, we want to get the community up from 12,000 wallets, and it's increasing. The wallets actually increasing faster lately. They've been going up like 200 wallets a day, I think, approximately. You can check that out on the analytics tool on Etherscan from memory, but that's been going up pretty well. Actually, if you go to Axion.network, there's a stats page on there too. I haven't been on there for a while. I might pull that up for tomorrow's live stream. But anyway, back to Axion New Year's staking blitz update. So day 3 summary: 53 people eligible participants entered the event so far. Total bonus is sent out with 131 million, and there's just under 2.2 billion Axion up for grabs. So that's huge, and everyone wants to get the Axion, get staked well, get lots of shares. When venture auction starts, it's going to be really hard to catch this rocket going to moon for sure. And there's the form there if you want to enter. I'll just leave that in the live stream chat. You can just type that in: Axion Blitz, staking blitz. Boom, there we are. That's how that works. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. 66 ETH, that's awesome. That's fantastic. So, very nice. Price is still sitting around there, floating around. We're on a 15-minute chart now, so still floating around that 0003. It's nice to be staying up there. It's pretty cool. I feel that we're going to bust through that eventually, so watch the space on that one. Axion's stats on there. I might just refresh that page. I think it auto refreshes, but yeah, it's got updates 321, so it's 10 minutes ago, so worth refreshing that. Maybe on a 10-minute refresh for the market stat. So this is the green guy does this one. Pretty cool. It's got some extra tabs at the top there. You can always check those out. So yeah, the market cap's gone up to 28.2 million US dollars. So that's great. That happened on the live stream, so nice. 271.7 billion Axion in the marketplace, 91.7 billion in circulating supply. That includes the team wallet. Last time I checked the team wallet, it was about 40.5 billion. Haven't checked it recently in the last couple of days. Obviously, they've got the blitz going on as well. Active stakes have just increased while we're on the live stream. 18,700. Nice. That's what we want to see, that number go up. Oh, we went over the 180 billion mark. Congrats, everybody. And we're just shy of 80%, so that's really positive. That includes the team wallet stuff. If I exclude that, we're at 66, but I'll include the team. That's just shy of 80. Average length day, still the same, similar, I think. 1030. I think we're at 1032. 9.6 million is the average stake amount. Nice. High five club, 939. And if we take off the stake liquid, we've got no whales with liquid Axion at the moment. Nice, we've got 6 great whites, and one of those is one of the new ones from memory, so we'll check that out. So you can see all the whales staked, 43 whales staked, 40 great whites, which leaves 6 with unstaked liquid, so very nice. And wow, and a whopping 2.2 million trees, so that's obviously been updated. It must have got the API or update or whatever, must have got stuck, because that jumped from what was it, 80 ETH to 200, so pretty neat indeed. Scroll that back up there, see what's happening in the chat. Yeah, if you got any views on price, on staking, on marketing on anything like that, let us know in the chat. Always appreciate your views and opinions. We've got a pretty broad brush in here, so feel free to do that. Just going to refresh that DLive channel. See what's going on in there. You let us know in the chat if you've taken advantage of the staking blitz, because I think that's going to work out very well for people that have got involved with the venture capital auctions starting up. So initial indications it's going to be mid-February for the venture capital auctions. Scott made a note to that in yesterday's Axion Today, but often it just depends on the team's coding. Obviously a lot of similar probably methods and stuff to set up than they've currently got with Axion. So we'll look at the final details. It looks like it will probably be claimable, but we'll see whether they have an airdrop function. We'll just find out about that. And they may use, I think TrustSwap does those sort of things, so they have done it pretty flawlessly before with the Axion relaunch, so I'm pretty bullish on that myself. So let's have a quick look at that staking blitz in detail. Let's go back up to, this is about then. Also, if you missed Axion Today's show yesterday, that's on as well. You can go check that out on YouTube. Scroll back up here. New proposal, that's the staff one. So let's go back up. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought. Here it is here. So the staking blitz is 25 million for 1 year staked. You get to fight 7.5% Axion bonus. 50 million 1 year plus stake, you get 10%. This is a huge benefit you get instantly within 48 hours. It's pretty neat. And here is 100 million stake Axion for 1 year plus your 15% stake. So you get really cool liquid bonus now. Obviously you can restake that too for more rewards. And with venture auctions coming up, where 85% of the ETH that enters the auctions, there's going to be 2 auctions, one on Tuesday, one on Saturday, billion Axion each. So that's additional Axion. It's going to last for up to 3 months as the initial phase, and we'll see how that goes. So it's going to be additional Axion. So original Axion basic math was 250 billion plus another 250 billion for the hex free claim. The hex free claim has been divided as it phases out hex free claim, and that 250 billion is going to be phased over 5 years, 50 billion per year, and split up 250 million for 4 days. So that's how that sort of breaks up. Then on top of that we have inflation 8%, and obviously any referrals additionally minted. And then so on top of that we now have the venture auctions coming up, which will run up to 3 months. So I think that's about about 20 billion Axion up for grabs. But what that's going to do is going to supercharge. So 85% of the ETH that goes in there will get distributed to existing stakers. So if you're staked, you're going to make it. Obviously, the more shares, the more of that reward you're going to get. And so 85% of the ETH is going to be used to buy 50% of the ETH. So 50% of the 85 is going to be used to buy wrapped Bitcoin, and 50% of that 85% is going to be used to buy a nominated coin on that particular day. So communities have to come in and nominate their own token, and they have to have Axion to have votes. So it will scan Ether scan for your Axion, and you get votes based on that power. And then the market will pretty much decide. Hopefully the market's good at picking quality assets, but also ones that the ETH buybacks will actually have an impact on their daily volume. Sometimes it can have many times impact. If they've got lower daily volumes, so because you're probably looking at about $500,000 or something like that, or more, that's potential to do market buybacks with. So it's a pretty big deal, and it will attract a lot of communities into Axion. So it's a pretty awesome. Axion's really focused on the demand side of the tokenomics, and bringing in all these people in through different methods. Through the auction, second through a nominated token, and thirdly just through the split of deposit as it is. So you get multiple dividends. Pretty exciting. I think it is a clear roadmap for Axion to really boom in the bull run that we're now in. So pretty exciting, marking out its territory, and yeah. And I think from memory, Hex has 680. I have to double check this, but Hex has about, oh, maybe not 680, but maybe 650, somewhere in that mark, billion tokens. So it sort of gives you an idea of how many they've got. So at this state, we're probably ending up around about, if it all got taken up, that's over 5 years, remember, so the inflation doesn't go up over that period. So at the moment, we've got the tokens at the moment on the Axion stacks page, 271.7 billion Axion. So there's a long way to go, folks, long way to go. And before that, we're going to have a lot of new people in trying to get those multiple divs. Alex K says, Blitz is pretty cool, wish I could afford 25 mil. Yeah, sure. But you're nicely staked, Alex, anyway, so you're going to get some decent benefit out of that. Well, I'm with you. Mr. Welloff, welcome, Mr. Welloff, great to have you here. I tried to do the claim and the contract gas was like $50. Yeah, so the gas fees are really high for everybody's experienced that, Mr. Welloff. Yesterday is still high. Yesterday's definitely better than, today's definitely better than yesterday. Let's just go to the general chat. What you can do this, if you haven't done it before, Mr. Welloff, you can go on to Discord, and we'll do that now on live stream. And have a look. Just wait for that to update. So you can actually, in the general chat, you can push, type in exclamation mark and then gas, and it will give you an update about suggested gas fees. So if you go to do a stake, this may help you. I'll just jump to present. So it's just going a bit slow because I've got so many screens open. So at the moment the gas fee is really high, it's 128 Kwei. So earlier it was 68 Kwei. So you can see that's so 128 is high. It was 68 Kwei earlier. Not sure whether that is going to show up on the screen. So it was 108 Kwei earlier. So it's definitely gone up at the moment, and you definitely want to get a it's 140 Kwei. You can see it's been quite high. So that's someone there posting this live stream. It's on Let's give that a little like while I'm here. The self-promotion never harmed anyone. Oh, well, it's not really letting me. Oh, there we go. It's going to put a like button. It's a little slow when you've got so many screens open, unfortunately. Let's give that a little thumbs up. There we go. And so it was up higher. So someone had it at 68 earlier. Not sure how far that goes. There's been a lot of comments since we did that. So that was 96 earlier, so you can see it's definitely gone up. And there was a low of 68. I won't find it now, but there was a low of 68 there. Not sure what's happened to my... There we go. So that's the latest comments there. We'll see those hopefully update in real time. Yeah, so 68 to 118 Kwei range last hour. So definitely want to get on the lower side. I was with my brother actually was doing a transaction, and we managed to get it down. We tried yesterday and the day before, 2 days in a row we tried, but the gas fees are so high, and we wanted to get it just right based on how much he was investing, and we ended up today just getting it just where it was barely tolerable. So we got them to do. We finally did the stake, so that was great, and he was certainly relieved to have it in. He just wanted to put it in there, have it done, and then walk away and not have to think about it. So that was pretty cool. So I'll just put the Discord chat. So there's Axion Discord. Hopefully you can access that. Some people had trouble with it yesterday. Sometimes I have to use an invite rather than the actual channel. So Alex helped out with that, so it was really cool. So we've still got 66 ETH in there and 3.8 million Axion per ETH. That's looking really better. We've had a flippening against the Uniswap price on these big auctions, so it's currently at 3.5 million. If you want to get a 10% bonus, hit the link below in the video description, and you should be able to get to that. Just put in your ETH, hook up your MetaMask wallet, put your ETH in, click the amount of days. If you want to do longer days for big payday, do at least 350 days to get the first year's big payday. If you want to do short, then 60 days is the shortest you can do. It will show under my bets below. You click at the end of the auction, you can click withdraw, and then the Axion that you won in the auction will go auto stake for the amount of days that you put in. That's pretty much how that works. And yeah, that's the upcoming auctions in the future. There's completed auctions. If you're not familiar with that, you can see all that on the stake on the claim auction page. So pretty cool. The good thing is the share rate is fixed at 1.09 at the moment, so it means that you can get your best deal doing your staking in terms of shares, because once it goes to dynamic, it's just going to go up. So early adopters will win. We are still early. We're only within the second month of launch, so it's still pretty early. Yeah, I think a fair amount of that conversation on Discord gets into off-topic stuff. It's quite funny. Sometimes it gets way off. You think I've got a stutter, but it's just you end up having a little stutter when you're doing live streams. I was watching. I don't know if you saw. Sheldon Evans said that he's not doing his YouTube promotions until the venture auctions are more settled and up and running. So that's coming up. I presumed that he was delaying it a bit for January to time it with some just product enhancements. So not sure if he's going to wait till the venture auction start, but certainly it looks like he'll be doing that in the next few weeks from what I could tell on his comments. He's certainly onboarding people. His channels, he's doing big. He's got a massive channel and he's been promoting a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and other things. So he's been getting massive views, and we're talking hundreds of thousands of views. So he's really got back into the crypto space. He had quite a bit of time off, got back in with Axion, and now is full on promoting cryptocurrency news and stuff. So if you haven't seen Axion Evans' channel, you can check that out. He's been doing quite a lot and promoting that. I think he said he's just did a Cardano video. I think he said he had 50,000 on that. So he's certainly got his fingers in a few pies. So good on it, and look forward to his Axion videos. Let's have a look at the price at the moment. So 0003 just holding around there at the moment. We got 2.7 million in total liquidity, 1.25 million in daily volume. That's really nice to be up there again. We were down as low as 200,000, 250,000, so it's great to be up there. Pooled ETH was down like 850 ETH. Now we got just under 1,300 ETH. That's really great. Pooled Axion, 4.4 billion. That was up around late high 6 billions or so. So that's really great to be down there. So really great improvement in the metrics. Congratulations to everybody in the Axion community for that. We haven't looked at a few transactions. The last one we had was 5 million, 1.5 ETH. So you get a mixed bag. You get a lot of small ones. Look, you got 0.1, 0.09. Obviously, you probably wouldn't want to do much smaller than that amount because of the ETH fees. So I think you can. I'm not sure what the trade price on Uniswap is at the moment. Maybe a couple dollars. But the other thing is that there was some rumors talking about doing how a MetaMask, you got MetaMask swap feature. So if you go to your MetaMask wallet, there's a swap feature that you can use, and it's talking about the fact that you can do that. They may have an airdrop on that with the unicoins. So I think that was where they're heading with it. Bit of rumor about it. You can look that up online with someone in the Hex community talking about that. So it'll be interesting to see whether there's another airdrop there. They've got an airdrop from 1inch exchange. So they were just talking about if you do some transactions, perhaps on the swap feature on MetaMask, if they do another airdrop, then you may benefit from that, since they do take some fees from that swap feature. Interesting idea, anyway. Obviously, those who were part of the first Uniswap airdrop were pretty happy. That was anyone got between, depending on when you sold it, you got 400 Uni tokens, sold between typically $1,200 and I think upwards of over $4,000 or $4,000. I think it peaked out at some stage pretty high. I can't remember what the type was. It was definitely over $8.50. It may have gone a little bit higher than that. So interesting to see when you're trading on Uniswap. Sometimes you can get those extra bonuses, which really help. Obviously, people typically plow them back into their tokens like Axion. So pretty neat. I don't know if you saw the live stream yesterday, Axion today. Yesterday I watched the whole thing, so sometimes I get interrupted watching it, but that was a really good show. Scott was in good form. I actually preferred listening to Scott a lot more, and hopefully they'll just let him speak and flow, because there's so much good stuff coming from him. And I thought it got cut a bit short, and I would have rather him just kept talking. So the first shows that they did, 2 shows with him on them, that was the better format, where they just let him flow, talk, and ask some good questions. So hopefully that will happen in future. So there's some feedback there. Right, I'm just going to get a quick drink break, so I'm just going to be back in about 2 minutes. So I'll just mute, and hope you're enjoying the music, and feel free to make comments. Alex is the moderator on the chat, so great to have all you Axionites in here, and let us know what your thoughts are about anything, and we can respond to those. Hi everybody, and I'm back. So I managed to pick up a nice cool drink, and managed to get some nicely freshly cut watermelon. I don't know if you've had watermelon like me, but pretty tasty. Yeah, pretty good. We haven't had any dramatic moves that I can see. We just got a 9 million sell there. That's pretty neat. On deck stalls you can watch the price move in real time. It's pretty neat. You can see what trades are happening. The one thing, I don't know if there's, I'm not aware of a staking ladder that you can see a staking ladder. That would be something nice if we could see staking ladders. That'd be pretty cool. I think that's the stats page is being built out with different features. So you can, does have stakes on there. Let me have a look. I think you have to put in your specific address here, so it won't, I don't think it lets you put in anyone's address. I think you have to actually use, be able to be the owner of that address. So that's interesting. Otherwise, the stakes page is the main one there. But it was pretty neat to see the staking percentage go up while we're there, and the amount of Axion. So that's pretty neat. So some greenish guy on the Discord there, you can see him at the moment chatting. He's the one who developed that staking page. So that's pretty cool. Let's just check out how the channel's going. Oh, we've got doing good. We've got 12 on the YouTube. We've got 2 on DLive. We've got the staking Blitz on, so looking good. I think we've got Ethereum around about 1100 mark, so that seems to be stabilizing, which is good. We want to stabilize over 1,000. That's really important. Bitcoin, last time I checked, was 31,300, so I believe it's still there. I haven't checked that recently. Just before I got into the live stream, there was a few little minor local pullbacks, but very small. Pretty neat. You can actually see on the price chart, we've got these prices up on the top there. To see whether we got Bitcoin in there. Let's have a look at that. So we have Bitcoin. Let's have a look. Wrap Bitcoin. ETH. You see Bitcoin token. Let's have a look. Yeah, Wrap BTC. So Wrap BTC is going to be one of the. I should have gone for the US dollar one. Let's see what this one is. So Wrap Bitcoin is going to be one of the, basically the anchor token for the venture auction markets when they start up. So they're going to be Tuesday and Saturday, 1 billion each. So they're going to be, people bid in Ethereum, they will get Axion back based on the auction price, and they will get 10% bonus in Wrap Bitcoin back to them liquid. And so the people who are staking will get 85%. So if 1,000 ETH went in, 5% would go to the Axion team for development, etc. 10% would go to the person that entered the auction, or people that entered the auction and Wrap Bitcoin, and 85% would then, Ethereum would then go back to existing stakers in Wrap Bitcoin, 50% of which, and so that would be 50% of 850 ETH would go back in terms of Wrap Bitcoin to stakers, and the other 50% of 850, which is what 425 ETH, would be going back to stakers as an altcoin, whatever's nominated for that particular auction day. And the auctions get voted in via the amount of Axion you've got, so it brings in heaps of other teams. At least 2 teams a week are going to come in into the Axion community wanting to promote their coin, so bodes well to help with that. And there's going to be a lot of marketing going in behind it as well to reach those teams. So it's going to be pretty exciting. It is wrap Bitcoin versus ETH, so US dollar, so 34,000. Looks like it's climbed back up there. It was down 37. So there's the wrap Bitcoin. So there, daily volume 36 million. There's 101,000 ETH in there. Pulled wrap Bitcoin is 3,200. So we're going to start buying a bit of that with the Ethereum. You can imagine with the ETH in there, if we're buying even like 500 ETH a day, it can really impact the wrap Bitcoin pool there. That's going to be quite interesting. On Uniswap, I guess you can get it from other places, but that's pretty interesting. So very bullish on the Bitcoin. So we'll check out the ETH price over here. Look at the USDC. Clean that up. So hopefully the audio is fine. So we're just shy of 10 minutes from 2-hour live stream, so we're going pretty well. Just hanging out, chat as it were, watching the market do its thing, watching the auction, Axion auction up, market stats for Axion in the bottom right, Axion auction on the bottom left, and we've got the price charts on top left, and we've got the Axion Discord on the top right. So we've really got the Axion ecosystem online in one spot, and got a nice cool chat going from time to time. Alex is our mod. I presume that Alex is still there. Just trying to look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin looked like it was at 34,000, which is back up towards the high, which is really great. It's very bullish. Just waiting for the Ethereum to pop up. So the Ethereum is at $10,080, not showing up yet, but that's what it is. It takes a bit of while to load DEX tools, especially when I've got so many Windows screens open. Waiting for that. Waiting for that to process. So if you're familiar with DEX tools, I put the link up in the description, on the chat, sorry, so you can check that out. It's pretty cool because it also reduces the chances of trading on false contracts because they typically have the latest contract or the contract available to trade. You can also see all the trades, the last trades down below. I'm not sure what's happening. Dextor is having fun trying to refresh itself. That's only happening because I've got so many pages open. And I've also got the OBS watching. Alex Gay watching junior hockey finals, so I'm okay, cool. Thanks, Alex, for the update. Go Montreal, or whoever is playing. I don't know. So yeah, $1,080 per ETH, so that's looking good. Man, it's really taking ages to load on this one. I'm not going to stay on this page long either, so it's just oh, it's actually, I was going to say, I see the wrap Bitcoin showing on the old screen there. Well, that's taking just forever to load, isn't it? Well, that didn't go too well, so I'm going to go back and go back to the Axion price. So anyway, it did say 10 at the top header. It did say 10,800. So junior hockey, I like hockey. Hockey's a pretty cool game, actually. Alright, looks like we're getting back to the Axion page finally. Hooray! Getting there. So, there we go, back to the Axion. 00030409. Looking good. Axion's looking good. That's looking good. Dex score is 95 too, which is pretty cool. A bit low on the information, 71. Still a good score, but not sure what's missing there. Probably a few more information. Watch the space for that one. Alright, we're going to run up for another 5 minutes and this live stream, and we'll wrap up probably at 2 hours. I think that's a pretty good session, so hope you've enjoyed just catching up on the latest news. On the staking blitz has been the main thing. The price is looking quite strong, and hopefully we'll bust through that 0032 mark with some further buying. Hopefully the staking blitz helps push that through, and we've got lots of news, marketing, credit card coming up, venture auctions, and lots of extra stuff coming up. So UI upgrades, website upgrades, so it's looking pretty good. Great start to 2021, that's for sure. A few things going on in Discord there, just noticed. Pick that up. So let's just wrap up just a summary of what's happening at the moment. So we've got 66 Ethereum in the pool. We've got trying to get 252 million, quarter of a billion, sorry, Axion in the pool. 3.8 million Axion per ETH. Uniswap, that's way better than Uniswap, 3.5 million per ETH. So we'll just see how it goes at the end of the day. We've got about just under 4 hours before we have the auction close. If you want to get in below, you can use the link below, get a 10% bonus. Just look up your MetaMask wallet, put your ETH in, put in the stake net that you want. Obviously longer pays better, and you will then be able to withdraw at the end of the day. It's 4 hours, and we'll go to auto staking. So that's pretty much the staking there. We're going to refresh the staking page, just do a final wrap up of that. We've got let's wait for that to update. Wait till that happens. There we go. So we're at 271.7 billion total supply. Market cap is 27.7 million. It's down slightly from earlier. Axion staked is looking great. 180 billion staked. Just shy of 80% exactly, including the team's wallet. And we've got active stakes 18,702, which is up. That's great to see. So forth, and we have no whales liquid, they're all staked, looking pretty cool. And this is the pleasing month, it's been updated. We finally got almost 2.2 million trees supported, so awesome stuff. I was waiting for that to get updated, pretty pleased it's been done. The price is at 0003. Let's see what happens when we break out of that. Hopefully we won't see a major retracement from there, but actually a breakout with us to consolidate along there would be nice. And we'll see what happens over the next few days, but we've still got the staking blitz on with major bonuses to get involved, and lots of news coming up in the next few weeks, so bodes well. So that's that, and finally let's just go to Discord and see what's going there to wrap up. Once again, we had the announcement that we had made a third day update, so if you haven't checked that out, do that. We've got a few things on here just regarding ETH fees and stuff probably. We'll go to announcements just to wrap it up on the final one. We've got a couple minutes left for the live stream. Let me know in the chat if you'd like me to leave up the screen. I can leave the live screen on for a while, just as it is, and you can watch all those charts at the same time. Make any comments to people. Let me know if you want me to do that. You can leave that on. So here was the staking blitz on the moment. It's 25 million. 1 year, gets 10.5 million % liquid Axion bonus within 48 hours. 50 million, you get 10%. 100 million stake for 1 year or more, you get 15% liquid, so pretty neat, and there's a form to fill out. I've left that in the chat above so you can check that out. And obviously we had one news item today following up on that, which was day 3. We had 131 million, 53%, sorry, 53% eligible people, 131 million total bonuses sent out, and remaining bonuses 2.2 billion Axion, so lots to go for those who want to get it, and here's the form. So I hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to subscribe, like and share if you haven't already. Obviously, if you want to get 10% bonus in the auction, feel free to use the link below. All the best, and I will catch you at the end of the day. I do the auction close, that will be in 4 hours. I'll do auction close video and post that. Once again, great chatting with you. It's been great, and I will see you in the next one. Onwards and upwards, as we say, relax and divs, stake and bake, and all those sort of